Hey buddy, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video across 3,000 likes now, which puts us at 109 over 120. Can we get a week of streaking? That would be really awesome indeed. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hopefully you're staying safe and cool in the hot weather, and if it's not hot where you are, then I'm just envious. Is your meme of the day here, brought to you by One Way Gaming. Title of the thread was one of the shortest titles ever. It was just simply, he thought... Yeah, a little hushy. He thought that he was going to be able to make it through the entire run. Nope, didn't he? He barely even made it through one floor. So thank you very much, One Way Gaming 8675, and everyone who upvoted that one. Remember, send in your own memes or artwork of the day on the Invicta subreddit or the Discord. We haven't had any Discord submissions in a while. Today's gonna be Mike Foxtrot 1 Bravo Tango Juliet Whiskey Victor. We got the poop, and we also have. Wow, what a jump! We also have a $3 bill. $3 bill, not one of my favorites, gotta say. It does give you some random tier effects, but they're... I mean, of course, you just saw Firemind right there. I mean, they can be helpful, but more oftentimes than not, they're usually forgettable. Like, sometimes they'll get in the way. Sometimes they'll give you a nice little boost of damage, but you can never really trust your damage when you've got a $3 bill, just because, like, obviously. Now, we also have the poop, which is going to allow us to drop a poop pile and, you know, occasionally get something. We also have Mongo Baby. Mongo Baby's okay. Mongo Baby's a bro. Don't be poo-pooing my dude Mongo Baby now. All right, so we're starting with 2 HP here. Good. Got a cardio coin here, which I'm going to go ahead and lay down right now. But yeah, I mean, this is not a terrible start. You know, if you can somehow manage to get $3 bill at least under controlled, you know, maybe it can help you out in DPS. Like, it is nice whenever it does proc Death's Touch, but you do have to be aware of whenever it does proc something dangerous, like, say, Firemind. Firemind's really the only one you have to really, truly worry about. Wow, we've got 8 bombs to start with. Good lord. Good lordy. It's an explosive Monday here, which is not the same as Blue Monday. Look, you know that's one of like the few songs where the cover is actually better than the original, in my opinion. But you know, we can debate that all we want. I think that Orgy's cover of a Blue Monday is definitely superior. I don't know if there's like everybody would agree with that, but I think that most people would. I'll stand by that statement. In my opinion, I think that the cover is better. Speaking of cover song, we are doing not one but 2 cover songs on our new album, and hopefully. The cover song that we did, I kind of alluded to it maybe a month and a half ago, of which song it would be. Hopefully, like, that one will be like one of those, like, oh wow, like the cover is actually better than the original. That'd actually be really cool. I highly doubt that it's ever going to be considered that, but you know what? You gotta have confidence in your art sometimes, you know. I think that Mark and I, we make some pretty good music. A lot of people like our music, that's for sure. If you like heavy metal, you should check us out. We did do a full soundtrack as well, of course, for video game this year, which is also one of one of the bucket list things, I guess, in a way. So I'd rather do the soundtrack from like my own like video game. Do one more reroll here. Treasure map, definitely something that we want. Secret room's not going to be up here. We're only one more cent away. Maybe the poop will help us. Nope, never. So obviously we're going to be looking at trying to get rid of our red hearts here because we want to get those 3 free soul hearts out of the bedroom. Basically the only reason why that exists right here. So that means that getting the devil deal on this floor is paramount. It's not that we can't afford to get. It's not that we can't afford to get a devil deal. We just don't want to not get a devil deal here because, again, essentially one item is totally free. We're just converting one of our red hearts to or two of our red hearts to soul hearts, basically. There's a great proc there by Lost Contact that I sort of threw it away by getting hit by Ragman. Black Champion Ragman's also kind of nasty to deal with. So we're going to go straight to the boss, and fortunately we did not find the item room here. Ongo Baby, that's all you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to be able to get the treasure map, which is great for mapping, obviously. It's the best mapping that you can get, because it's, you know, a literal map. Although I do prefer the compass. If I had to do like a 1-to-1 comparison of the compass versus the treasure map, I'd rather have the compass just to know like what direction I'm supposed to be going in. And I would say 82.3% of the time, the direction that you see on the map is usually worth it, but or is usually the correct path, but not always, as we've seen some very clown directions going on. Get 9 lives and Gimpy, which is totally fine by me, because this is going to allow us to get those 3 free soul hearts. So we're going to purposely take Guppy first, so we lose 2 of the red hearts, and then we're going to take Gimpy, I should say, so we lose that other one. Yes, if I wanted to preserve the red hearts, I should have taken Gimpy first and then taken 9 lives, but the problem is that we would have been stuck with 1 red heart, which is obviously not what we want. It's not conducive with the whole strat that we've been talking about this entire floor. Got it? Good. All right, cool. Now I'm taking bets on it whether or not if Sinvicta forgets to go into the bedroom before leaving the floor. Taking bets. All right, here we go. Yeah, 1 bomb's not gonna cross these skull and crossbones there. And yeah, Hemoptus is Hemoptus is not what I want. I need to leave just enough for the treasure map, and we are just fine. I mean, Papula Duplex, at least it gives us spectral tears no matter what. No matter what $3 bill does, we're still gonna have spectral tears. So I'm finishing out this floor because I have a feeling there's probably something that we want over here. Yeah. No, why did that happen? Apparently laying down the poop also does like a butterbean effect. It's a new one on me, but okay. Yeah, Papula Duplex is going to give us a spectral tier. It's not piercing shots, but it is spectral. Saw Explosive over there rear its ugly head. And let's go get that 3 free soul hearts here. Again, we essentially just took our 2 red hearts and just turned them into 3 soul hearts. Whether or not that's better or not, it's debatable, because obviously we don't have to worry about taking red heart damage, which is detrimental to us getting a devil deal. But at the same time, if we do take a devil deal, then those 3 red hearts are just gone, and that's it. So let's see if we can roll for a key here. I actually wouldn't like low-key mind. I would not mind getting Mom's bracelet, but we're not going to, and I'm not going to use our last bomb for that. So yeah, we could bomb the reroll machine in the shop to get some money back, but meh. I'd rather have the bomb just in case we need it on this floor here, and obviously we still need keys. So this is probably not our item room. Very rarely do we ever see the item room located this close to the starting room, unless if you're on the first floor. There's soul heart here, putting us at 5.5 soul hearts. We'll definitely take that. I have Belial proccing here. Now, obviously, we're going to need some damage here. We need a lot of things. We need lots and lots of things. We've gotten only shot speed ups, which is actually mind-blowing considering that we're on floor 3, and that's the only stat up that we've gotten. You know, we have a lot of utilities so far in this run here. We got Gimpy, we got 9 lives, of course, which helps us out greatly. Treasure map, which of course is going to help us out with the mapping, yada, yada, yada. But we really, really, really need to not be dependent on $3 bill. It's simply too unpredictable, and also, again, it's kind of dangerous, like walking backwards and then not having an angle to dodge at. You see there, our tier rate is fluctuating. That's because $3 bill is just kind of cycling through a bunch of random tier effects. Some of them I wish we had. Some of them I'm glad we don't. Number 1 proccing. Right there. And we get Monster and Huel, which is... I mean, it's certainly an item. It's definitely an item that exists in the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth plus Repentance, also like the very first version of Isaac. I wouldn't want to speculate, but something tells me that Monster Manual is not going to be showing up in the top 3 or even 4 rankings of the upcoming super mega all items tier list stream. You never know. There might be some surprises. Who knows? I mean, it can give you Sissy. Just saying. Monster Manual can indeed give you Sissy, but usually doesn't. So I would say that where do we met? What's like the mid? What's the most mid book that you can think of? I would probably argue that the Necronomicon is probably about as mid as it gets, in my mind. Right? Here's an item that is not necessarily useless, but at the same time, it's like easily replaceable, right? Because if you think about other books, I mean, you got Book of the Dead. Some people really like Book of the Dead. You got maybe another mid would be considered the Book of Belial, although I would say that anything that gives you damage is better than like most. So I think that the most mid-ranking book would probably be, in my mind, Necronomicon. Why am I talking about this? Well, because if that's true. If the baseline stat is okay, so if we say that a book that's not necessarily bad enough to, like, you know, to walk by if you have something worse, but maybe not good enough to carry you with and you'll be happy to replace, then we can therefore judge all other books by that criteria, right? So with that being said, where does Monster Manual rank? If we say, if you give me the choice, would you rather have Necronomicon or Monster Manual? The answer to me is very easily, clearly going to be, I would rather have Necronomicon. Necronomicon can clear big, annoying rooms. It can deal damage to bosses, and you know what you get. You're getting AoE, you're getting damage. That is all you need to know. Whereas Monster Manual is not necessarily going to be that predictable or that dependable. Something that is dependable, though, is going to be Keeper's Sack. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you want to see an item that is absolutely, without question, no surprise anywhere, going to be located at the top of the top, it's going to be Keeper's Sack. Super Secret Room is right there, by the way, but we don't need more bombs. And I'm very happy that we held on to that bomb, because we would not have been able to get Keeper's Sack. So, and on top of that, we also get Red Candle, which is going to help us out and supplement our damage quite a bit. Assuming that a barrel doesn't just spawn right in the way. The Keeper Sack, exactly what we need. We need to make sure that we get some damage here. We need to make sure we get all kinds of stats. Unfortunately, Keeper Sack cannot give us a tears up, but, you know, that's probably by design, because obviously it's already really, really good. So we're going to get Marrow, which is about as useless as it gets. We could go play the Sacrifice Room, but it's just not going to be worth the time, in my opinion. It's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I mean, if I really wanted to maximize this here, we could go play Marrow. We could like, you know, go back and all, back and forth throughout the entire floor and go get the hearts, and then, like, you know, maybe even like dip into our soul hearts so we can get a full amount of taps on the Sacrifice Room. Maybe even use a couple Guppy lives. Like, you know, could we do that? Yeah, sure, we could. Do we need to do that? And even, is it like even really worth it? I mean, it really depends on what the Sacrifice Room would pay out with, right? Because you have to think that if we decided to do a strat like that, weighing it against actually just simply going to boss rush, that's where I would say that baseline exists, is going up against boss rush versus, you know, playing a Sacrifice Room that may not even give you anything close to boss rush. You know, or you might get nothing at all. That's the big thing. So, you know, there's a lot of things in Isaac that I try to explain. I'm like, yeah, you know, we could do this, but am I going to do it? Sometimes it's out of laziness. Sometimes I don't think it's necessary, and sometimes I do think it's necessary. There's min-maxers out there that will say you should try to do everything you can to make the game easier on you. You know, no matter how ahead that you are. And I still stick by the logic of win ahead, get more ahead. But if you don't need to, if something is, in my mind, something is completely unnecessary, I think it's actually detrimental to your run, simply for the fact that you just don't know what else you could have gotten in boss rush. You don't know, maybe if you need, like if you do have, in our example right now, if you have Keeper's Sack, you know, that could be an extra couple stats you can get in Hush's room. You know, and if you go at, or Hush's shop, I should say, and if you go after these sort of like min-maxy plays, then you're going to be wasting a lot of time, potentially anyway, and screwing yourself out of lots of stats. So, you know, I try to relay that level of thinking and thought when it comes to strategies in Isaac. It doesn't always translate, but you know, I'm fairly decent at articulating my strategies here and there. Sometimes they sound a little bit more confusing than they actually are because it makes sense in my head, but again, articulation and blah blah blah. We have the Fallen here, so this is going to give us a devil item, which is surely going to be a guppy item, right? Right. Also, I think he's stuck in the wall because, like, we don't have lost contact, so I'm not sure why those shots were just disappearing. It's for the half soul heart, you jerk. The Satanic Bible, which I'll use. I really like Red Candle. Well, never mind. Never mind. I will take Maw of the Void then. Reason why it comes down to Maw of the Void versus Red Candle versus having the Satanic Bible or not is simply because Red Candle was there to give us some strong, sustained damage. And now that we have Maw of the Void, we don't need Red Candle anymore. We have plenty of sustained damage. And the reason why, and so where all that plays out is that now that frees us to get the Satanic Bible, which, as we've already discussed ad nauseum, sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. In this case, I think it is going to help us out with HP, as we are very, very strong. Well, potentially very strong here with a damage upgrade especially. And on top of that, we've got Keeper Sack, remember. So I'm actually not going to play this reroll machine yet. For the aforementioned reason of having Keeper Sack, that requires us having money in order for us to buy things in the store. And we want to get stats. We want to get damage. We want to get everything. So, and you know, it's not guaranteed that we're going to get damage with Keeper Sack, but one thing I can guarantee you of is that we won't get anything unless we actually, like, you know, have money. So there we go. Lots of big soul heart upgrades there. I'm not going to use the Satanic Bible because I do actually still want a boss item. And we don't need the HP anymore, courtesy of the Pandora's Box. So Keeper Sack obviously helped us out in a big way as well. I don't necessarily want to get a W item here from our boss because this is going to be the last boss that we can get an item from outside of Womb 1. Yeah. See if I can bomb this nickel out. Hey, look at that. Probably not going to be able to get the mystery gift, but maybe. The super secret room. Not convinced. Also, I need to stop shooting at bombs. So we procced Death's Touch in here, which gave us the tears down. Really need some movement speed, too. Now we have Little Horn. So shot speed is, again, one of those stats that we really don't need. We did get a Joker card, though, and we will definitely be taking Backstabber. Speaking of Necronomicon, I think I'm going to take everything here just because I want Bookworm and because Duality is not too bad, and because we also have the Satanic Bible, which is going to help us in a big way and really help us recover a lot of that HP that we just spent. So we still have plenty of time to make boss rush. I still want to go find some more money, and I think that re-rolling the item room right now is probably going to be the priority. Oh, let's see how much money Counterfeit Penny gets us here. Okay, so that's enough for us to get Mystery Gift. We still don't know where the secret room is, though. I wouldn't mind losing this life here because that would put us back on red hearts, and we can still get the devil deal on the next floor. Really. It's a very, very odd floor for a secret room. The only place I could see it being is next to the item room, really. I mean, both of the... this is where I thought the regular secret room was, but it's not. We got enough bombs here. We should bomb this stuff. Yeah. Secret room also might... No, it can't be there. Yeah, I mean, that's the only place, and it absolutely can't be there either, so... Here? Okay. Actually fine with that. We're actually going to gain money off of greed here. This is enough for the mystery gift as well. Which is going to give us even more stats via Keeper's Sack. Give us movement speed, lots of damage, and lots of range. It's sausage. Okay. Talk about your all stats up right there. Wafer is going to be absolutely killer for us. And that is a very huge floor. Still fishing for the super secret room here. I feel like I've already tried these walls. Okay, so we got to get a move on here for boss rush. As with, we're only going to have less than a minute, really, to fight Mom. Assuming this is the right way, and also assuming we get the Fool card. On our way into the mob trap room. We'll have to hold off on that thought for a second, because we need to find the Fool card. I have a feeling this is definitely the right way to go for Mom. Not this way, but I mean, like, you know, west. Maw the Void's going to greatly help us out. You hear Backstabber procking all over the place. The reason why I'm going this way because I have a feeling that the tinted skull is over here. Oh, okay. Just gas. Even after all this faffing about, we still have enough time. With Maw the Void, I mean, Maw the Void is the game changer. And it's been showing up quite a lot lately, and I'm definitely okay with that. One of my favorite items still, even after they keep nerfing it all to hell, it's still going to be one of the strongest hard carry items you can get. So many years ago when I made the top 10 hard carry items in the Binding of Isaac, Maw the Void, it wasn't number 1, but it was, I think it was number 10 back in those days. There we go. Down goes all the bomb flies. We still have enough time to make boss rush. Less than a minute left, as I predicted. Yep. Ourselves an angel deal here. We get the stairway with Keeper's Sack. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Looking for soul hearts here. We got plenty of time. Stairway is going to allow us to get a guaranteed guaranteed angel deal item every single time, assuming that we have enough money, which right now we don't have a lot of, but this is where I'm very, very, very happy that we've got the counterfeit penny, and yeah, we're gonna go real hard here. Come on, Gimpy, hook us up. Now, is this necessary? This isn't necessary. I was really hoping that Gimpy was gonna pay out a little bit more than that, but you know, obviously we could have gone back and gotten all those red hearts and not just wasted a whole bunch of soul hearts. I mean, a lot of soul hearts, but that is absolutely going to be the play there. You don't necessarily want to spend money here because we've got an angel shop coming up. So I'm just going to do that. Let's buy this and then maybe get to 30 cents again. I didn't mean to pick that up, but we are, Isaac. Okay, so now we might have to go pick up those red hearts and play them because I'm not willing to sacrifice all these soul hearts. I was willing to earlier, but not anymore. We need keys. Again, plenty of bombs. No reason for us not to bomb all these. Big time plays there from the counterfeit penny. We still need to go into our boss trap room as well. Again, this is hedging against basically us getting us not getting a better item in the angel shop, which I feel like we're definitely going to. But we'll see. We'll see. Only reason why I even hesitated there is just because, like, we don't really need the movement speed upgrade, but I'll take it. We can go into the cursed room here. Like, right now we have too much movement speed, which is a thing. Okay, so we did get back over 30 cents, which is great. That allows us to get a premium item, or multiple premium items in the angel shop, and that's going to be the big linchpin in all of this. Is us seeing if getting that was worth it, other than taking the last shop with Keeper's Sack. Now, the only reason why it's a slight risk is because sometimes the angel shop can really jack up the prices. Holy Light is wholly good, and we will absolutely take that. Maybe even buy this Eternal Heart too. Key piece, because I mean, why not? By that, we get a little bit of range. Range is not really what we're looking for, but, you know. Thanks anyway, game. Holy Light's going to give us the Crack the Skizzle effect on our shots every now and then, which is great. Very, very good at clearing out bosses as well as very annoying enemies. So, do we use the Satanic Bible? Right now, we don't need to. And remember, we've got an Eternal Heart, so, like, we're going to get a Red Heart back. What we really actually want is as dumb as this sounds, we actually kind of want Pageant Boy. Because we are not getting any money generated right now. The room is almost assuredly there. We have tons of bombs. We have explosion immunity. There's no reason for us not to bomb every single mushroom in here. Looking for Magic Mush, which we have not seen in quite a while, by the way. Intent wink wink game. Yeah, Head of the Keeper's huge. Again, it's got nice synergy with counterfeit Penny, and also, of course, Keeper's Sack. Gives us more spending power, which allows us to buy more things, which gives us more stats. It's an all-encompassing upgrade for us. 2 diamonds would be amazing, but we did not get that. 2 of hearts, or Queen of Hearts rather. If I knew that there was a, oh baby, if I knew that if there was a sacrifice room, I might play the Queen of Hearts, but this cardio coin is going to be massive for us, or not. All right, yeah, let's take the Queen of Hearts just in case we run into a sacrifice room. There could be one on this floor, but I'm not going to look for it. Someone in the comment section was asking for a min-maxed run. I'm actually going to take Spirit Sword here because I don't want $3 bill anymore. And so what's nice about Spirit Sword is that you can charge it. You can charge the Whirlwind along with Maw of the Void. So we can continue to keep using our primary source of damage, except it's being essentially buffed even more because we've got Spirit Sword now. But yeah, someone in the comments the other day was asking for, you know, will you give us a min-max run for a like streak goal? The answer is no. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that one heart. It can drop up to 20. We rolled a 1. It's not that I don't want to do a min-max run. It's just that I do not feel like even entertaining the idea of reading the comment section for that video. Because as soon as you say that something is maximized to the fullest and fully efficient, this is the best way to do it. Any time you do that, you're just inviting just a world of pain and annoyance. And I really do not think that it would even be all that worth it, because it's just going, all it's going to do is just bring out bring out those people. You know the people I'm talking about. You know the ones. This is not min-max. I could min-max better than this. Like, as soon as you put, like, a label on something, as soon as you define something as optimized, people are going to just lose their minds and do everything in their power to show why it's not optimized. And to me, I don't think that's fun. I think that's actually pretty lame. We'll take Salvation. Honestly, we probably should have been going with Devil Deals because we've got a Guppy item. And, yeah, we can go fight Hush. Why not? First floor, Hushy. Or first run, Hushy. So it looks like there's no angel shop here, but obviously you just look up here. There is an angel shop. Do not leave this room, otherwise it will disappear forever. We get holy mantle. Look how much damage we just got. We also got Seraphim, which gives us flying. Fantastic. We'll take Bomb Bag, I guess, since we do have bomb immunity, and we get Birthright in here. Gives us Eden's Blessing. There's options, and then boom. We don't really need Eden's Blessing, to be honest. And if we're gonna do a victory lap, I mean, I'd rather have more choices for bosses. So I'm gonna take those options. I'm not necessarily a big fan of Eden's Blessings for a couple reasons. The main reason is because for the same reason it could help you, it's the same exact reason why it could hurt you. You'll hear some people try to defend Eden's Blessing or just trying to prove me wrong and be like, oh, that's stupid. It gives you an extra item at the start of your run. It could be a good item. And then to that, I say, yes, it could be a good item. And it also, for the very exact same reason, could be a bad item. Remember how many bad items there are in Isaac. Just keep that in mind. We must have, I guess we must have lost contact or something because we were deflecting all that. Now we're not. Salvation is going to give us that revelation attack that will proc if any enemy stays in that little crown of thorns sort of aura that you see there. Don't too long. Get backstab, just going ham on all those flies. Doing more damage whenever we actually charge Maw of the Void more than anything. So every time we get hit, we're increasing the size of Salvation. Salvation also tends to wreck Hush as well, just because there's so many ways to hit him. Bigger the target, the more area you can strike. Salvation definitely takes the cake when it comes to doing multi hits to Hush. So down goes old Hushy. We still have enough for a premium item inside of the Angel's shop. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen the stairway. If I see red chests, I'm going to go for it every single time. Especially when we're sitting on, like, you know, a potential Guppy transformation. Even though Guppy really wouldn't do anything at this point for us with us having Spirit Sword, it would still help out with Maw of the Void. And really, like, our damage is good, but it's nothing to write home about. I mean, 13.75 is it's good. It's good. We've done more with far less, but I'd like to get a little bit more. I mean, again, this goes back to the whole, like, you know, went ahead, get more ahead thing. And I think that, you know, whenever you press the advantage in this game, that is when you are at your best, your strongest. You should continue to do that. Continue to press the advantage. Don't give the game a chance to make a comeback now. Hubris. Do not fall victim to it. We actually gained money on this floor here, which is great. We'll take Tribadian. Nice shot there by Host Hat. Host Hat does actually have an active ability. Well, it's not an active ability. You can't activate it, but it just fires every now and then, which makes it active. So you see, but you can't trigger it necessarily. I mean, fine, I guess. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with Scapular and Immaculate Conception. It's just not what we wanted, really. Too spooky for you, Jello. Actual Death's Touch, and then Abadabba Ding Dong, which we will take all of this. Feeling lucky. Let's do a one lapper. One lapper to Delirium. You owe us, Megastan. You owe us for that failed Omega run the other day. First lap Delirium kill, anybody? I mean, we got Holy Mantle and Wafer. We're going to be totally fine. No, the power situation is not unfortunately improved yet. You have that many trees and that many power lines going down, man. It's rough. They gotta bring a city of millions and millions of people back online, and I don't envy the job, that's for sure. Line workers out there. Very dangerous and super thankless job. At the same time, though, like, please stop allowing my power to keep going out, because it makes my job very difficult. And also, like, I need air conditioning. Phase 2 for Megastan. Gonna go 2 for 2 here in the last 5 days. Will we actually get a run 1 Delirium? First lap Delirium. How about that one? That is one thing I don't like about the Spirit Sword, is the knockback. In fact, that's the thing I hate about it the most. Taking more damage than I'd like against Megastan here. We're actually still hitting him from the range upgrade. Look at that. They far back away from Megastan. Gotta be dead. Okay, there we go. Down goes Mega Stanley. And we are going to get Delirium. All right. Here we go. So we get one more Angel Shop. It's going to be Genesis. Of course it is. Well, I'm not going to say no to it. All right. Well, first things first, let's get our 3 free soul hearts here from the bed. So this is going to be interesting now because we have to prepare for Delirium more than anything here. So we need to really pick wisely. We'll get Blank card to start with. Hermit card. I'm not going to take the Hermit card because I don't want to accidentally hit it. So yeah. And our tears rate is decent. Our damage is okay. Our movement speed is just doo-doo. So, oof. Man. Lee, why? Why did it have to be these two? I'm going to take Maw of the Void. That might surprise a lot of people, but I think Maw of the Void is actually better here. Take Libra. Putting our faith in Libra here. Cambion Conception. We have to go Wafer. Wafer is absolutely needed. We'll go Dark Matter for Libra. Sacred Horror might be huge. Definitely want to get as much movement speed as possible. Crown of Light's going to give us a huge all stats up. Same thing goes for Halo. Revelation gives us flying in the Holy Brimstone. I actually think that eye drops gives us more. Oh, no. Never mind. It's Divorce Papers. That gives us the all stats up. Or all stats down? Oh, it's because of our heart. Yeah, that I get fixed because of Crown of Light. I've got to go Purity here for Libra. Beast Mascara is exclusively an all stats down. And so is Dead Onion too, really. I guess the D4. I'm not D4ing this. No, we don't take Spirit Sword here. So right now we're looking for dual stats, and this is where Torn Photo really helps out with Libra. 9 lives just gives us extra chances against Delirium. Hopefully that we'll never ever need. All right, fine. We get Ipecac. Yeah. Looking for dual stats here. I mean, that's damage, but this is speed. But this is a full point of stats though, as opposed to 0.3. So Lost Soul Buddy's literally worthless here. We'll take Epiphora, and I think that Synthaway was better here because of the range. Definitely want Star of Bethlehem. Definitely want Red Stew or Soap. Libra really starting to come in clutch here. That's spun for us, which is real good. Pepper Cables. Yeah. This juice. Gotta take Damocles here. Because Damocles Genesis is yeah. Okay, then we take Play-Doh Cookie. These are all extra items. We do not want Lodestone. We will not be getting Lodestone. Okay. Cano. Okay. All right. It's a little bit risky. A little bit risky with Damocles, but I think that we are stronger, I want to say. Now, I don't know where Star of Bethlehem is. I've already been hit because I totally forgot that we had Ipecac and we don't have Host Hat. I have no idea where Star of Bethlehem is at this point, and we've gone into one big Isaac Circle. Now, the reason why this is a little bit scary is not because we don't have the lives, but because I don't know if we're going to have the HP if Damocles should fall. Then things get a little dicey. This is assuming, of course, that we could ever find a boss room on this floor. And this is why I don't like Ipecac anymore, is because of the ridiculous tier height. Tier height should not be a stat in the game. Is this 3 Isaac Circles all bound to 1? It's back to back to back triple Isaac Circles. I'm pretty sure. So a little bit spicy here for Monday. A first lap Delirium. Good luck finding wherever the hell Star of Bethlehem went. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Love to get in close with Delirium, but oh boy, nice block there by Star of Bethlehem. This is just a dogfight here. I shouldn't have picked that up in case Damocles does fall, but now it's just a bare knuckle brawl at this point. Again, another nice block by Star of Bethlehem. I think Star of Bethlehem can stop the Damocles effect, I think. Well, it doesn't matter. Down goes Delirium, and hey, look at that, a first lap Delirium. No big deal at all. What a reroll that was by Genesis, too. Definitely made it interesting. So thank you for watching, everyone. Wow, what a good start. That's a fun run. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click that like button, leave a comment down below. And of course, thank you all very much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Hope you had a great start to your week here in the Mosh Pit. Thank you all very much for spending it with me. Now let's get this video over 3,000 likes at least to keep the streak alive and going to the all items tier list. So thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Ashley Keaton and Raven Wildheart. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode or get your hands on one of those exclusive Sinvicta keychains, go check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.